Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a girl talk. I really like doing girl talk videos. I feel like if any of you don't have a sister or a female figure in your life, that these videos would be helpful, because I never had a sister growing up, and it did make things kind of weird, or I don't know. You guys know what I mean. Okay, so in today's video we are going to be talking about first dates, or just dating kind of in general, but mostly just that first date, how do you get over those nerves and stuff that you might be dealing with or facing coming up. So in high school you guys might start dating, maybe middle school, I feel like that's a little bit too early, but high school or maybe even in college you might be going on your first few dates, and it can always be really nerve-wracking. So I'm going to help you guys kind of talk you through it, and in the future if you guys want a first date makeup tutorial or outfit, any things like that, let me know. But basically on your first date, kind of what to expect is, what I like to say is your first impression is the most important. It really is. If you go on a first date and by the end of the night you already don't like something about them, you have to look at it I look at dating as you want to date someone that you could see yourself marrying, which is kind of drastic and really old school, but in a way you're not wasting your time and you're not wasting their time too, so it's kind of the polite thing to do instead of arguing about something later on in the relationship. So if you guys are going on this first date and you're finding something wrong with it, if it's something major or you guys just not clicking at all, let's say you are very comical, you say a lot of jokes and stuff, and the guy is more reserved, doesn't laugh at all or get your sense of humor, I can tell you that that's going to be either a very awkward relationship or you guys just aren't going to click very well. Another thing is, on your first date you need to be aware of your boundaries. You need to know when to say no and what your boundaries are. Me personally, I don't think that you should give it all away on the first date. I think that you should just stick with maybe a nice little first kiss, your first date, first kiss kind of thing. I really don't think that you should go too much further than that, because I feel like girls get attached and they might, I don't know, want more too fast. I don't know. All that kind of stuff is very emotional, and the first date, I just don't think it's made for that. Another thing is, your first date doesn't have to be expensive and it doesn't have to be so serious. So if you want to go out to dinner or movies or things like that, that's fine, but there's plenty of other things you guys can do together, maybe walk around a lake or a park by your house. That doesn't cost much money at all, and it's really fun. Things that are more physical, maybe you guys are sporty, you could do a sport together for fun, and especially if you're doing something really active, that doesn't leave a lot of time for awkward silence at all. So if you guys are let's say playing soccer or something, you guys are probably going to be laughing the whole time, and you're not going to have awkward silence, whereas if you're at a dinner and it's one-on-one, you are talking but you're eating at the same time. If you run out of something to say, then you can have that awkward silence. So if you guys are nervous for awkward silence or running out of things to say, I definitely recommend going on a more adventurous kind of first date. Another thing girls seem to worry about a lot is how they look, or how their makeup should be, their hair should be. I feel like you should highlight your favorite feature on yourself. Me personally, I like to be bold with my eyes more than my lips or cheekbones or anything like that. So makeup wise, I like to focus more on my eyes, and I feel like guys look mostly at your eyes on your face. So that for me is the most important feature. And then for your hair, it depends on what you're doing. If you mostly wear your hair curly and you do it well curly, I would recommend doing that. Just don't be trying something crazy or something you've never done before, because it can just cause you to stress out, and you just don't want to stress out on a first date. It can already be stressful enough. And just do what you know what to do. Like, keep it straight, keep it curly. If you look really good in ponytails, and like I said, you're doing like an active kind of date, do like maybe a really cute ponytail with like a little twist with your bangs or something like that. Just something that would fit the atmosphere that you're going to be in. Okay, a couple of things I would recommend bringing with you or like doing before the date is obviously spritzing yourself with your favorite perfume. So the recommended places to put perfume is right on the sides of your neck and your wrist. And I would just recommend wearing your favorite fragrance. It can give you that extra boost of confidence knowing that you smell really nice. You definitely do not want to smell on your first date. Like I said, first impressions are very important, and I don't think you want your date to think that you smell bad. You guys most likely will be pretty close and having conversations pretty close, so you don't really want your breath to be bad either. Like I said, the whole smelling thing, no one wants to be remembered for smelling bad. So make sure you brush your teeth, have some mints on you or gum, just whatever floats your boat. I like cinnamon flavored stuff. It's been proven that cinnamon flavored gum and mints can kill like the most like germ bacteria that causes bad breath. I don't know. I just like cinnamon, so that's what I like to stick with. And if you guys are really bad with like conversation starters or anything like that, kind of think of it, I look at first dates kind of like an interview. You can always talk about your hobbies. Sounds so cheesy. You could bring up like the game 21 questions in a innocent way. Okay, we're not getting all weird on our first date. I would hope not. But just do things that are lighthearted, talk about lighthearted kind of things. You don't want to get too serious and to like a traumatic story or something that has happened to you. Just because it is your first date and you don't want to go into detail overload. One of the other things that you might be nervous about on your first date is kind of like who's paying for it. Times are a little different now. Sometimes if you're younger, like your parents will give you money if you're going out on a date or something. But most likely if you're like in college or even in high school, if the guy asked you out on a date or pursued you more into it, then most likely he will probably be the one paying. But I'm not saying that you shouldn't bring money with you, but I'm saying it's always smart to bring a little bit of money with you. It is a first date, and not everyone might not have like a ton of money, or depending on where they're taking you. Like if they're taking you to an amusement park for your first day, I probably would not be seeing them like paying for your ticket. It'd be like $50, but who knows, like depending on if they say they're paying for you, like take their word on it. But if you don't know or feel uncomfortable with that, like don't feel shy at all for bringing a couple dollars with you or like some money if you don't like people paying for you or stuff like that. I know it is a date and most girls just expect it, but just that's what I like to do. I like to bring some money with me just because sometimes I feel weird when people are paying for stuff like for me. I don't know if anyone else is like that. If you are, like, let me know. But I don't always like when people buy me stuff. It's kind of weird. And lastly, at the end of the date, it's always good to kind of reflect on what happened. So if it was a positive experience, I would recommend like not like contacting them right away, like the next morning, like the first thing on your mind, which it probably is. Try to wait a little bit. If they text you first or something like that, that's totally fine. But try to just kind of think about it, think how you feel about the person, like see how compatible you are. And what I mean by that is having like similar hobbies and stuff. Like if you like to work out and they work out too, like that's something you guys have in common. But if you guys are too like polar opposite right now, you just have to think about the future and like if this is worth their time or if you feel like you will be wasting their time in the future. But after your first date, definitely reflect on it. If it was a positive experience, if you guys laughed the whole time, non-stop conversations, or one of those people where you felt like you knew them forever, that is definitely a positive sign. If the date was boring, you found yourself very uncomfortable around the person, then that could be a bad sign. But if you are just a shy person in general, I would say give it another shot. Why not? Usually around the third date, that's when you think more, seriously about the person, but that first date is definitely nerve-wracking. And if any of you guys, like I said, need any more advice on it, please let me know. First dates are supposed to be fun. Don't be nervous. Be confident. Like, just know that this person obviously really likes you if they pursued you, and there's no pressure. Dates are supposed to be fun. It's just a nice way to get to know someone, and I wish you guys all the best of luck on going out on dates and having fun and dating and getting to know each other. It's a great experience. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and down below in the little description I'm going to be listing a couple date ideas, or like a link to a bunch of date ideas if you guys don't feel like you're that creative, or if there's a guy watching this video and you want to ask a girl out, there's some ideas down there for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and good luck on your first date. Bye guys.